What's up, gamers? Episode 2 of Q&A Vlogs is here. Please leave a like on this video if you're enjoying the IRL stuff. Now, back into the questions here. Do you play a musical instrument? If so, which ones? If not, what would you like to learn how to play someday? I did play 3 growing up. I played piano, guitar, and bass. Learned piano when I was young, so I don't really remember too much of that. Although I do have a small keyboard in my apartment, to be revealed later, but I still dabble on occasionally. And then guitar and bass, I could still pick up and play a couple songs I memorized from back in the day. If I were to learn a new instrument now, it would either be to learn how to sing, actually, because I do sing occasionally on stream. It's not good singing, but I have been known to sing occasionally on stream, or it would be actually to learn proper guitar chords and piano chords and actually learn like the kind of inner workings of chords. And then you can make your own songs. I think that'd be cool. Can you share more stories about your mom and dad? I would love to hear more about how they inspired you to become who you are today. Sure. Quick background. My dad was more business-centric and my mom was more creative-centric. So I think I actually got equal parts of both. And I think it works out for content creation because you can do it, kind of run it like a business from the dad part and then also run it creatively from the mom part. Can you show us your mom's watercolor art? Great segue. Here's 2 pieces. Both of which, actually one of this, just the Blue Bear one I just purchased off Etsy a couple weeks ago. It's a Blue Bear in Denver. And then the other one is a painting that she did off of a photograph of when her and I went on a hike about 1 year ago around today. Have you done push-ups live on stream before? It's one of your Twitch channel points things. Yes, I have done push-ups before. I think last night's stream, we did 30 in a row. So I like to do that. I think it's a fun channel points thing. I think it gets people hyped up. And I always like to pretend that I'm like a Wii Fit trainer on stream. So I think it builds an interesting kind of brand. Shout out fitness streams. Insects creep me out. How about you? Yeah, I guess you mentioned it, kinda. I love you, Robbie Bobby. Love you too. Favorite YouTuber or TV show? Favorite YouTuber, I like to watch IRL stuff, like people traveling to sort of unknown cities. Not unknown necessarily, but places you wouldn't normally find yourself. Bald and Bankrupt comes to mind for that kind of content. Just other random stuff like that. I like anything travel related, anything IRL related. Love watching stuff like that. Favorite TV show? Don't really have an overall one. I was a big Mad Men fan back in the day. Like I think when I was in my early 20s, which who knows? I don't do an age reveal. That could have been. It could be now. Okay, could be yesterday. We don't know. We'll never know. That comes to mind as favorite overall TV show right now. I'm watching a little Rick and Morty. I'm not crazy, like super hardcore fan about it. It is funny. I'll give you that. What is your first Nintendo purchase? First Nintendo purchase goes back to my dad. Actually, I think when I was younger, and I remember like Game Boy, one of the Game Boys, Color, or one of the ones after that, whatever it was, came out, and of course I said that I wanted it. I wanted Pokemon, whatever else was with it, and my mom was like, "No, you should wait." Blah blah blah. That day after work, I think my dad came home with a Game Boy and Pokemon wrapped up for me. So, Dad coming through with the first Nintendo purchase for me, which was awesome. If you were trapped on a deserted island, what is the one item or person you would bring and why? Obviously, gut instinct is saying to bring Winslow. However, I'm not sure what Winslow, would really get up to on the island. He'd probably do a whole lot of sniffing around and marking his territory on certain bushes. I think if it was a practical survival situation, you'd have to bring some sort of tool or a companion, like a motherly companion, sibling companion, close friend, partner, whatever it is. I think you got it. The mental game is big if you're stranded. What is your favorite food? Right now, I've been eating a lot of Thai cuisine. I've also been eating some Moroccan food. So I think anything, I'd say eclectic is my answer, but lately a lot of Thai. Shout out Nana Thai in New York City and Cafe Mogador for the Moroccan cuisine. Those have been my 2 favorite meals of the last 2 months. So I would say right now, Thai and Moroccan. When did you first release videos on YouTube and on Twitch? On YouTube, I just started maybe a month ago, I started doing Animal Crossing Island tours, but I really do like doing this IRL stuff, which I want to do more and more of. So that has only been a month long. And then Twitch, I actually started 2 months ago on April 25th, I think was my first live stream, and have thoroughly enjoyed that too. So this whole content creation universe just on my own has been in the past 2 months. Will you do a 24-hour stream? That sounds really intense. Will I sleep? Do I need to have like a sleeping bag and then I angle like the webcam down and you can watch me sleep for like 8 hours? I don't know what that entails. I've never seen one done. I think the longest I could try a stream for would be like 12 hours. I'm sure, knowing me, I'd probably bow out after like 6 or 7 hours, not because I can't go the full 12, but to be energetic. I think to create quality content and keep people engaged for a long period of time, you gotta be yourself, you gotta be functioning, and I cannot see myself functioning beyond like 6 or 7 hours on a high energy stream. Shoe reveal. Ready for this? Bingo, bango, bongo. White sneaks, dirty white sneaks. Any favorite moments or stories about Winslow? I don't even know where to begin. Winslow's my dog for anyone just tuning into this vlog here. Or well, he lives with my parents, so family dog. One story that comes out to mind, this one story that comes out to mind, we were living on the East Coast at this point, and he was over playing with 2 neighborhood dogs. So it was 3 dogs total, 2 other ones, and then Winslow. And, you know, we'd let him off the leash. He loved these dogs. He'd rip around, have a great time, as dogs do. And all of a sudden, like, my mom couldn't find Winslow anymore. You know, Winslow's a small dog, so, you know, you could be behind bushes, you know, behind a tree or something, you wouldn't really see him. But turns out they looked around the whole yard. Winslow was not there. So I guess my mom and dad were driving around the whole neighborhood calling out, Winslow, Winslow. And finally they found him like 5 houses over in the middle of someone's lawn. You know, Winslow just standing there sniffing around doing what he does. And I remember when my mom and dad brought him home, I was so upset with him because it really showed me how much I care about him and couldn't imagine losing him. So I think that story to me is like the summary of being a dog owner in a nutshell right there. What advice would you recommend to new gamers or content creators? This is a great question. I think first and foremost, you gotta be yourself. You cannot, it is not sustainable to be someone else or to play a character on stream every single day. Hats off to those that do it and build their brand that way, but I think in the long term, you're gonna have better luck if you're yourself, if you're genuinely you, if you're playing a game or doing something IRL that you would actually be doing off of stream. That's a great frame of mind to get into. Secondly, be consistent about it. Everyone has bad days. Everybody has a day they don't sleep well, or that something in their personal life's bothering them. Everybody goes through it. That's life, okay? There's ups and downs. The best thing about content creation is that it doesn't care if you had a bad day. It doesn't care if you only got a few hours of good sleep last night. The content doesn't care. You have to be consistent every time you broadcast, every time you make a video. So learn that discipline, and the only way you can learn that, I think, is by trial and error and getting reps in. Get big, get reps. No, it's not about that, but it really is just about practice, patience, and just condition yourself to be in that positive frame of mind every day. And the final question here, which is a perfect segue, is what do you do to maintain a positive outlook, especially in tough times like these current ones? Another really kind of deep question that I'm all for answering. I think my overall thing, and this is just general strategies that I use for myself, would be yoga, meditation, and just learning how to be alone with myself. You know, because at the end of the day, you know, if the parents aren't there, if Winslow's not there, you know, whatever it is, your partner, you gotta be good with yourself. You gotta be in a good place mentally. You gotta be in a decent place physically. So I would just say meditation, you know, learn how to kind of have your mind be in a positive frame every day. Set a proper intention, you know, whether it's self-love, it's self-trust, it's trusting in other people, whatever it is, you know, kind of trying to frame it like that. And try not to get so swept up into everything else, because it's super easy to do that. The human mind wants to focus on negative things in life. It's harder to focus and find positive things. Challenge yourself. Find a way to keep it positive. That'll do it for episode 2 of the Q&A vlogs. Again, be sure to subscribe. Be sure to leave a like. I cannot wait to do more IRL stuff, so let me know if you like it. See ya later.